Welcome back to Dubbzi Bricks for another episode of Building Gotham City in Lego. In the last update, I was working on the submarine pen for the penguin in the docks area just here. There were some great comments in the last video, one of them being about the doors of the submarine pen. Should they not be in line with the cranes? And yes, they should. It makes a lot of sense for them to be in line, and I just haven't done it. So that is something I will correct in the future. We'll just swap those two sections over. It's going to be a quick, easy fix. We'll get that sorted. When I do that, it won't be in this update, but I will also amend the crane as well. I still need to find out my really long axles so I can have the crane the same as it was in my original submarine pen. It just looks tidier, better. So yeah, we will do that at the same time. But what I want to concentrate on in this update is trying to get a lot more of the foundations done within the city so we can start bringing the city to life. And what I mean by that is we have loads of water sections down here which haven't been done. It'd be so nice to get that all tiled off, all finished, repair the brickwork along the walls here. But the one other thing I'd love to do is get a lot more tiling done on pavements, but get the roads finished. We have a section just here that needs doing. We have the road that leads up from the lower parts of Gotham to the raised platform. I need to get the ramp all in place. The area there with all those loose parts on, that's where the GCPD is going to be. So I need a car park for the GCPD. Continue the road along so it joins up with that one just here. We have the whole of this here. All the black plates you can see there, the arch plates, they need to be covered over with a snot brick road. Now, a snot brick road is a brick wall which is lead on its side like this. Now we need to get all the lines in. So the roads are brick built. We need to do the ramp going down there. There's one final bit of road there. So once we've got that all sorted, we'll be able to visualize everything a lot better. And then that's exactly how the city layout is going to be. And we can now then start adding things like trees, minifigures, cars, bushes, lampposts, and all that good stuff. So yeah, really look forward to getting that done. So without further ado, let's move all of the loose pieces out of the way and let's make a start on getting this city looking a lot tidier. And there we have that last bit of road on this section of the city, and it's so satisfying seeing the base plate all covered over with the road now. And I've added a couple of slopes and inverted slopes here just to give the road that little bit more detail, more weathered feel to it. Now what I'm going to be doing is concentrating on this area here, this pavement going along the waterfront here. As you can see, we've still got a lot of multicoloured filler plate showing up through here. So what I want to do is add some lights along here which are going to be lighting up the pavement area at night time. And I also want to add things like benches on here, possibly a couple of raised flower beds, trash bins and all that sort of thing. There's things that bring the city to life. I was considering putting some trees under here, but I thought realistically, would you plant trees where they could grow up and interfere with a train line? So we're going to scrap the idea and just go for the planters. So let's find out some of the Technic plates that she got the holes in, and we'll put them down on the bottom here. Start feeding all of the wires through, and then what we'll do is start getting all of those details I've just mentioned added to the sidewalk. And I'm just trying to work out what to do regarding the lamps or the lights that are going down the centre of the pavement area here. Now, I purchased a whole load of these from Legoland in Germany last year, I think it was, and I've probably got about 50 or 60 of them. Only problem is they aren't hollow, so I wouldn't be able to feed the lights through the centre of it. What I will do is I'm going to purchase a drill bit and see if I can drill carefully through the middle there. I'm not sure though, due to the style of this part here, whether or not you can actually get the hole in the centre of it wide enough to get the plug part of the light through. Now, I know Game of Bricks have got a light like this with the lamp already built into it. However, I'm not sure if it's an official Lego piece that they've modified or one that they just got made themselves. But due to the fact that I've got about 50 or 60 of these, it would be nice to use them. So that's one option. So that's what we'll be experimenting with at some stage. If I do go for this route here, I would just place it on one of these Technic plates like that, and the cable will go through it. Job done. The other option I've got is if I do build my own one using actual Lego pieces, and I'm thinking about putting a Technic pin through here, so the wire will go through that, and then again it's going onto a Technic plate, but it's just resting on there. When I tile either side of it, it will all be flush. So that is another option. So, and that is possibly the way that I'm going to go with this. I think it might be the best way, but it does mean I'm going to have to order in a whole load of black pieces just to make the style of lamp that I want to do. And here we have the pavement area, and I've put the first planter in ready for the flowers, got the wires in here ready for the lights. However, it's pretty pointless me doing it this way because I'm going to have to pull the tiles up around here so I can unplug the light and feed the plug through the actual lamp itself and then plug it back in. So I'm probably better off leaving this until I've got the design of the light that I want to use, or drill a hole in the other one. So I'm just going to leave that as it is for the time being. Happy with how it's coming along. It's going to look a lot better once it's all done. And I really wanted to get all of this filler plate up here all tiled over. However, it's probably it's a waste of time because I'm just going to be disrupting it further down the line. And the docks is a little bit of a mess here. We've removed the structures off the top because they are freestanding, so that's easy to do. And I was just about to start putting the raised train supports in place there, and I realised I actually need to build this section up just here before I can do so. So what I'm going to start off by doing is removing this base plate just here, do the ramp all ready for the road to come up. Then that'll be that one done. Then after that, I am actually going to take this structure over to my table and move the doors along from there. I'm just going to have another search for the axles for the crane piece inside as well and see if I can get that all amended. It's going to be easier for me to amend it now whilst I haven't got the raised train line in the way, because once the raised train line's there, I'll have to lean over it and it's quite awkward to get to that part of the table. So let's get these two base plates all removed from the docks area, do the work on those, and then we can finally get the train line all back in place. And there we have the doors all moved on the side here, so it's now in line with the crane. I haven't changed the crane design hubs, so I still can't find the axles, which is really frustrating. But as I mentioned in the previous video, I'm not going to really be showing off the inside of this that much, so I might just position this crane here, for example, with a torpedo being lowered into it. So if I do have the doors, which are now on the front of the pen here, you will be able to see that. But yeah, it's nice to have the doors on the front here. I thought it was the perfect time to put them on. And the reason we've got an inverted slope is I couldn't find any 1x1 dark brown, reddish brown bricks, and I need to find a tile to go on the top there. But I've put curved bricks on the side of the door here, and that's just so they do actually shut. If they were square, it would be quite awkward, and also just added that little bit more character to the doors. But now we've got that all sorted, let's take this back over to the table, put it in the docks area, and once we've done that, we can then start adding the train sports. And we've had a delivery come in from GOTHAM Bricks, and this has come in at the perfect time. Doing the docks area, I've just discovered that I've run out of 2x connector boards, and I believe there are some in this parcel. Now, GOTHAM Bricks, they kindly send through lines each month for my mocks, so I really do appreciate your continued support. And I will leave a link in the video description to their website, and I highly recommend checking them out. If you use the code Dubbzi or the affiliate link, you do get 25% off your order, and all orders do help the channel. So in this parcel here, we'll have a look, see what we've got. First of all, we have got some 8 long connector boards. We have got some 3 long connector boards, some 30cm connector cables, some 30cm white lights, some more 30cm white lights, some 6 long connector boards, some 4 long connector boards, more 30cm white lights, a rotating light on a 15cm cable, 15cm white lights. We have some wireless connectors, my favourite piece that they sell there, some 15cm white lights, some 30cm green lights, and these are for Ace Chemicals as I ran out and I needed some more of those. And finally, we have got the 2 long connector boards, and these are the ones that I'm just about to use. So yeah, really happy this order arrived today. So once again, thank you very much, GOTHAM Bricks. I really do appreciate all of your support. And there we have the roads all in place on the docks area and the road going out of the docks down to the main city. So the roads on the lower city are pretty much done. I've still got to do the slip road and the road at the top there, which I was hoping to do in this update, but I've just run out of time. But apart from that, the roads are pretty much complete within Gotham City. Now, a couple of things I'm considering at the moment. One is I was going to have a security guard just guarding the entrance and exit to the docks. However, I'm not sure if that'd be realistic having it on a slope there, as if a large truck's coming along there, is he really want to have to do it? It will start on there. So that's just one thing, but he's only Lego at the end of the day. But we do like to try and make things as realistic as possible. Now, with this section here and here, I was considering putting some facades on there to make it look like there's storage units on the docks area. I think that could work quite well, and it would be a good way of just filling those two gaps up, because apart from that, I don't know what else I could really put on there. Now, with the raised train support, you can see the striped lines around the bottom, and that was because I was worried that this train supports here would just blend into the road. There was nothing to sort of like separate the two colour-wise, so now we've got that line around it, and I just think it breaks it up nicely. Can't wait to get the roof put on this building here. Still so much more work to be done in this docks area, and one thing I do need to do is get a load of minifigures in, so I'll need all the dock workers and some shady looking characters as well to be walking around the docks. So I'm going to have a good look on lego.com this evening, and hopefully we can get some of those added to our next order. With the raised train line coming along here, it just abruptly stops, and for some reason I've got a section missing of track here which had the 2x4 black plates on there, so I need to find some more of those out, and then I can get that all connected, and I need to then put the rest of the train supports into the base plates here. Now, I would ideally like to get the one permanently attached on this base plate here. However, Arkham is going to be going to a Lego convention in July. So I don't really want to make any amendments to that base plate if I can help it until after then, as I'm only going to have to amend it back. I don't want to have a section of water there where there's a train support which has got nothing on top of it at the convention. But yeah, there we have it. It's been very satisfying getting this all done. I can't believe how long it took me to get all of this water section all completed along here. And yeah, I just need to work out what I'm going to be doing with the lamps. I'm going to try and get to a hardware store over the next day or two and get a drill bit, drill through one of those lamps and see if it is possible to feed a wire through it. If I can, then that's the way we'll be going along that section. But it would be really nice to get this entire waterfront area here all completed. Anyway, that's all we have time for. I hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And if you know anybody else you think would be interested in building Gotham City and Lego, if you could share the channel with them, it'd be much appreciated. And if you're watching this on the mobile, if you could hit the hype button, that would be fantastic, as it will help others to discover the channel. Anyway, thanks for walking by. Till the next time, bye for now.